Hey everybody. Sorry it's been a few days, I've been busy. Okay, we are gonna go real quick. We're supposed to go to the Junon area. Turn that down a little bit so I don't drown myself out. We're supposed to go to the Junon area to pick up that last, well, second to last piece of giant materia, but I'll make a little pit stop here to see if I can't grab Tifa's final limit break real quick. Of course, that's going to require me to actually look up what song I gotta play, so give me 1 second to find that real fast. I think I saved it in my phone. Yeah, there it is. Oh, wait, no, that's for the Xbox. Well, how do I have that one and not the other one? That's just crazy. Nope. I know where I have it. I know where I've got it. I don't need to see the chat for right at the moment here. Where did you go? Where did you go? There you are. Okay, there we are. Alright. So I can't see the chat right now, so if anybody says anything, I do apologize for not responding. But I believe it said at any point after we pick Cloud back up in Disc 2, we can stop in here and get this. So that's what I'm going to check right now. So we just come back to the piano. And if you say I forgot, it'll just give you the what each button does. So you can get the notes if you have that particular one. I actually have the button presses right here, so which is kind of stupid because that is not correct. Why do I always have to look this up? I hate this. I've looked this up so many times, you think I would just memorize it by now. Stupid mouse, come on. And every time I save it, it doesn't save right. So it's like, and unfortunately, I end up going through all the same links that I did before. Come on. Oh, cool, I got it first time this time. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. Oh, I've never actually seen this cutscene before. That's kind of cool. Yep, and there you go. Final limit break. That's probably the most elaborate limit break to get, because you have to set the stage for that all the way back in the first disc. So find it. I got ribbons not equipped? Ooh, that's not good. We'll have to take care of that here in a second. Oh, it must have went into a blank spot. I hate that. Where are you? There it is. Okay, cool. And I got the achievement, which is always I'm going to arrange these by type. Okay, so then we can set her limit break. Set level 4. Okay, now I did, after the last stream, I did get Cloud's Final Limit Break 2, simply because it was just such a drawn-out process to do that. I will go over it real quick just as an example, but it does take some time to actually get, and I didn't want to have to dedicate a whole stream to just getting that. So we're gonna go back to Gold Saucer here real quick. I'll run you guys through that. I also put up a video of, I'm gonna save here real quick. I also put up a video on YouTube, so you can see a race I did with the Gold Chocobo. If anybody wants to check that out, feel free. I just did it real quick because I actually didn't realize how much of a difference there was in speed from the black to the gold one. Black is still my favorite though. I just like the look of it. So this is just going to be a real quick, I'm not going to equip any of the weapons or anything like that for this. I'm not going to do the whole loadout that I normally do when trying to do this to get those. I just need to get a couple of battle points so that you guys can see how much it's actually going to cost. Hopefully I don't have to... Hopefully I still have gold points. I don't know. I don't think those expire when you leave Gold Saucer. I think it's just the battle points that do, so we'll check it out here in a second. I do want to equip that other ribbon to somebody though before I forget. Again. There. Let's see, what is it? Yep, he's got everything. Okay. The thing to remember with the battle arena is it doesn't count. Like, no AP, no XP. You're not going to get any growth for materia, so you basically want to set up your character for that fight so that they have the best chance of getting through all the fights, because if you lose the points, and it just drags out the process that much more. Okay, so I do have some for this. So what you want to do, what I recommend, is set up your best equipment. So like right now I got the Apocalypse. I'm going to keep that on Cloud just because we're going to be doing stuff that I'm actually going to gain AP and XP on. But for right now, if you have something better, which if you got this you shouldn't have anything better, but if you do have something better, use it. Use the best armor you've got. It doesn't matter if there's no growth on it, and definitely have a ribbon equipped. For your materia, what I would recommend is have one of the better enemy skills, the one that you've got the most moves on. Have that equipped. Equip Knights of the Round if you have it already. If you don't have it and you haven't done the Chocobo breeding thing yet, it's not necessary to do this part, but it does make it a little bit easier. Equip the Cure Materia, Haste, and anything that you can that will help for your player type, for your fighting type. This is going to be a little bit difficult because I'm not going to do all the stuff that I'm recommending you doing, because I don't actually need to do this. I just need to get some points so that we can see the, well heck, I guess I actually don't even need to do that, because I think I could look at the board for points without having any, but just in case, I'm just going to do a real quick run through. And what I would recommend too is if you have the long range material, which you should get back on disc 1, just after you get out of Midgar. It's in the cave, just after you get off the Chocobo that you have to catch. Because you can put your party in the back row, but you still get the same attack powers from the front row. And like I said, I'm going to run through this just real quick, just one time through, just so that you guys can kind of see what you have to do and what you're looking into when you do this. You'll get these after each battle. Just hit, of course. It'll start a slot. And this, you kind of want to hit something different every time. Because, like this, I got lucky. I'm not going to gain as many points from this, though, so I don't have a handicap going in. But the point value doesn't go up, and that's what you need. You need to gain points for this fight, because it is expensive to get Omni Slash, and there is another thing that you want to get that you can only get from here. And they cost a lot. I'm just going to keep going with it. If you're lucky, you'll get some bad... It's kind of weird. You'll get some bad conditions put on you, but your accessory, or it won't be as bad as what as some of the other stuff that can happen. If you have Ribbon equipped, even if you get hit with like Toad or Small or anything like that, it will negate it. You still get the points for that battle effect coming up, but you're not affected by it. The bad part is if you're playing and you have, let's say your accessory breaks and then you get hit with Toad, then you have to deal with it because it broke the accessory. So Ribbon is definitely something you want to have happen on here, and hopefully you won't get that accessories broken until like the last fight. Like that, I did this already for Omni Slash off camera, so I wouldn't have to do it on. I just want to do this to kind of cover what you'll be going through. And like I said, it is nice to get the no handicaps, but it doesn't build your score. You kind of want to get a different handicap every time, and you want it to be the worse the handicap, the more your score will go up. So you do kind of want bad handicaps happening to you, but hopefully you have stuff in the way to stop it from being too detrimental to your character. I'm going to cheat here because I don't want to die. And I can show off Omni Slash, so... Normally I wouldn't do this for here, but since it's just to show you guys what's going on, and I wanted to show Omni Slash too. I'm not going to take too much thing in using it. And something that's kind of good to do is if you're actually trying to do this, do the big guard, and then you'll have White Wind that you can use as long as it doesn't break your command materia. Kind of the worst ones you could get is if all your materia breaks and your items get sealed. It's a big pain in the butt, because then you have no way to recover from whatever status happens, so you kind of hope that happens after you're toward the end. It's like your last fight, and that's one of the things that you get for your handicap. As you can see, Big Guard is really nice because it equips haste and a barrier and the magic barrier. But you can see my points aren't going up that high. So I got 79 points total, and I'm on the 5th fight. And no, I got the ribbon, so I won't get muted. There's no items to steal from here or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about taking an item from anybody. I don't know if the enemy skills still work. Okay, so here's a good example. If my item didn't negate this, I would be shrunk right now. But since I have a ribbon that negates all status changes, I don't have to worry about that particular one. I think the worst thing that could happen to me right now is we get a Tonberry. The good thing about kind of double stacking some of the stuff that you get too, so if you have enemy skill and you're thinking, I got enemy skill, White Wind, I don't need the healing materia, you do want to have that. And you can see the score jumped up a bunch too, just from a few negative conditions. Really helped it out. Ooh, this is gonna... and I'm gonna cheat again. I hate to do that, but I just want to get this part done so you guys can see it. I don't need the... I've been on the receiving end of this before. I don't actually need to have it happen to me to show you guys. Okay, so you do a whole series of fights like that, and the handicaps can go either really well for you or really bad for you. If you do really well, you'll end up with a way higher score than what I've got. And then you don't want to leave, so be very careful around here, because this is where you want to go. If you leave, all your points get negated. So just come over here. And they have these things here that you can buy. You want to go to the next page. You know, I haven't got the championship belt yet too. I'll have to come back and do some more for that. But Omni Slash is right there. You have to get a score of 32,000. The other thing you do want to get is the W summon. These are limit 1 per, so you can't get more after you get it the first time. But you can see it's 32,000 and then 64,000. So you can go up to 64 to get the W, then come back and do the 32. I think the most you can hold in battle points is 65. So I don't know which way you guys like to do it. Personally, I usually go up to the highest one and then work back to the next one, so I don't have to go all the way full, then all the way full again. I am gonna take that enemy lure, because I did not pick that up before, and that is an actual useful piece of materia. I actually wanted to see it, that's the problem. There we go. Oh, right there. So, where is it? Once you get the Chocobo thing set up, it is kind of nice, and I might do a real quick gold race just to show you guys that too, in case you don't want to check out the YouTube video. Once you get a good stack of GP set up, you do want to come over here, and if you didn't buy a gold ticket, you can get one here for 300. I'd rather just pay them the gil for it, but I do have to save up and get 2,000 for the mystery item here. There was, I think this one was a Carbo Nut. Not worth it. Just save up and get this one. And I think there's one for 1,000 that I already picked up, but I don't remember what that was. But you can get that easily off the races. Just turn the item you win into gold points, which you'll see here in just a second. And I think even doing what I did to you know, doing this off stream here for the battle thing, that still took me about an hour of just fighting and going back and forth with that. So that's why I did it off stream. I didn't really want to have an hour stream of the gameplay, then an hour stream of the battle stuff. So, and plus I think that should just be experienced. I didn't have anybody helping me back when I first played it. Okay, now this is the gold Chocobo, and this is an S-class rank. I did finish getting everybody boosted up, but it's still, I mean, she's still booking. Even in the S-Class. I mean, this is not... I will not win by a small margin. It'll be a pretty significant portion. And that's just how much faster that is than the black one. I mean, it's crazy. Okay, so I got a Swift Bolt. Okay, so you can take the item, and there's a couple items you do want to pick up through here, so I do recommend if paying attention to what you get. Some items are worth a lot more GP, so if you're trying to save up, you know, use your own judgment. I'm just going to go, I want the GP because I got to save up. The item that I got's worth 50. That's not bad. And I'll come back later on and get all that other stuff, and I may save purchasing that last item until I do a stream with it. But I just wanted to run you guys through that real quick before we head over and try to get the next piece of huge materia that we need. And then we're gonna have to, and one of the next fights we'll have to get into, I'll use that little cheat again so that we can see Tifa's final limit break too.